Building in key performance indicators, I said we've got a very simple approach to KPIs. So lifting that, tagging it into the risks and building it into here. So that we can have a link between that control activity, so on the ground control activity, into the controls framework. So we can link it in. So there shouldn't be a piece of activity that's being done that we can't assign to a control. And if we've got a control, what's the KPI to it? So two ways of looking at the same thing, really. And then if our risk, we're saying our risk is okay, it's all in control, it's mitigated, but then our controls are telling us it's not right, fairly obvious really, something's not right. And it may be right, but it allows us to have that debate because it's visible. And then the final piece of this is the capital add-on. So the risks, as we do our risk assessments, those higher rated risks have a financial value which culminates into the capital add-on, which sits it within the ICAP. So we've just redone our ICAP. And the aggregation of those risk scores and translating it into a financial amount is in our ICAP. Personally, I feel that over the last 3 years, we've come an awful long way from an organisation which is, as I said, very diverse, very differing cultures, and we've pulled it all together from both an operational space but also from a risk management space, and now we have something which is a lot more coherent and we can push forward with.
We do performance-based pricing, and we push ourselves forward as we can do this better than you can do it yourselves. We're prepared to put our skin in the game. We'll do performance-based pricing. And that's the way that we can sell to the commercial people and the operational people, is because of our confidence in our control environment, we can give that money away supposedly free because we know we're going to achieve the outcomes. And that's how we're leveraging off our framework and leveraging off our appetite. So the outcomes, the FSA are really pleased with what we've done, not a problem. Operational losses reduced significantly. Pillar 2 capital reduced, brilliant. Rating agencies love it. So even there, that was just September last year, Fitch said our risk management framework significantly enhanced compared to our peers, and our tool, which is the StratexSystem, is the best practice within the industry. So they love it. We've spent a lot of time making sure change management is covered as well, so all the IT world, all of the program world, got all the risk management there and spent a lot of focus on making sure that's engaged. So when you're really pushing to say, did you get your return on investment? Were your risks fully captured? And did they transition into the business appropriately? So you've delivered something. Surely there's a risk has changed or a control's changed. No. So it's one of those constant conversations, never to become complacent, never assume that people have got it and know what they're doing. So this year we've actually put people's salaries at risk. So if you've got risks outside of appetite and you haven't done a waiver or an exemption to explain what you're doing about it, you don't get your bonus, you don't get your depending on level in the organisation, you won't get an adequate appraisal. If you've got controls which are ineffective or somewhat effective for more than 2 months without some kind of commentary in the system saying that what you're doing about it, you don't get your performance rating.